So many people wanted to know, how is it possible to have a fistula reversed or removed? Well, it is possible. My vascular doctor recently removed my fistula from my arm. So I'm gonna be talking about that in this video today. I wanna give you guys an update on how I've been feeling, what my fistula looks like. So if you guys know anyone that can benefit from these types of videos, please go ahead and share it with them. And if you're new to my channel, what's up? Take a moment and hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for all the best kidney related advice and to know when I post every Sunday and Wednesday. All right guys, let's go ahead and get started. So my fistula was removed because I started having a lot of pain. I had all intentions of keeping my fistula after my kidney transplant, but it just didn't work out in my favor. So to be honest, every time it used to just like pinch up here in the upper body, and it started getting worse and worse. I have had numerous amount of surgeries on it to keep it open, and it's not cheap by any means. And so my doctor, offered to make me a new fistula if anything ever happened in the future. And I'm okay with that. So for right now, I decided that it was just time for me to reverse this because I was tired of being in pain and I was tired of going under every 3 months. So we go ahead, we closed it off, and I feel good. And I still feel good about my decision because I made the decision based on how I was feeling at that moment, which was pain. No one should have to be dealing with pain on a constant basis. And so that was the main reason why I felt like it was just time for me to close it. And I know everybody wants to know, what does it look like? What was the pain like on the aftermath of this? So I showed you guys in a previous video my actual surgery, the day of my surgery, and how I was feeling. But now that it's been a whole month, I just think it's so important that I come on here and give you guys an update. So on a scale between 1 and 10, how was the pain? You guys have been asking me on the aftermath. Honestly, it was like almost a 10. It hurt, I'm not gonna lie, because for a while I couldn't even stretch my hand out straight. See, like I can do this now. There was no way. I could barely even let anyone come close to me. I'm like, no, you sit over there, I'm gonna sit over here. And I had to have my arm propped up like this on a pillow at all times. So there was a lot of limitations. I couldn't lift, I couldn't open anything. I couldn't, lift up my kids. I couldn't do anything while my arm was healing. And that reminded me of when I first got the fistula put in. I wasn't able to lift anything over a couple of pounds. Like even I think a jug of milk is what he told me. If I lift a jug of milk, that means it's too much. So basically that means anything more than a pencil. So it's the same thing here. It takes time to heal, guys. And it really took me a while. And to be honest with you, I'm still healing from this. I don't even think I'm 100% healed because I'm still feeling the pain. So when I touch that incision area, it still hurts. Not necessarily the incision, the cut itself, but like where the upper part of the vein, like where they used to stick me on dialysis, that area. I'm still feeling pain in that area, and it's no fun. But I do not regret my decision. I know a lot of you guys want to know, do I regret my decision? By no means, I don't. Like I said, I made the decision based on how I was feeling at the moment. So I want to show you guys what the fistula looks like 30 days after. So let me come a little closer so you can see. So this is my arm now. So let's talk about the cut. This is where they cut me. It was looking bad at first because I actually went into the doctor's office like right after because I thought I had an infection. I wasn't sure. It's my first time having this done, so I wasn't sure what it was supposed to even look like. But because it was swollen and the glue, it just made it look bad, but it really wasn't that bad, the doctor said. He said it actually was healing really good. But in my opinion, and everybody else around me, didn't look too great. But I guess it just needed time to heal. So this is what the cut looks like. They just did a small incision the same incision that he did when he did the fistula is the same incision that he opened back up. So I'm glad that I didn't have to have extra scars. So good job, Dr. V. Right here in the upper body, it's still tender. I don't feel it as bad, but once you get down to this bottom bump right here, that first bump where they used to stick me, that part hurts. And I'm noticing that it still has a little lump. Up here, the lump did go away. Now I do have a little scar from being poked all the time at dialysis, so I don't think that scar is gonna go away, but down here, it's still swollen. The doctor's saying I still need more time. I've been thinking about, maybe icing it some more, but I still see that lump and I'm not happy about that because he did say that this lump should go away. But because I'm still tender, it's giving me the conclusion that I'm still healing. So I'm not stressing about it too much because I'm going through the healing phase. Now, in the next month or two, if I still have that lump, I'm really gonna be upset. Now, I know there's people who've had this surgery and they said, hey, that lump's still gonna be there, but I was just hoping and praying that it will go away because when I wear my clothes and I have my hand out, I don't want people to see this lump and constantly keep asking me, what's wrong with your hand? Why does your hand look like that? It's annoying and it's frustrating. So I just wanted to remove that and hopefully that will go away soon. So when I did my surgery, it's not until I learned that having this fistula can cause some heart issues. And I was wondering, why did the doctors tell me that at first? Not like it would have really made a big difference because I needed to live, but I would have just liked to know that. So not until the day of my surgery, the doctor's like, well, it's a good thing that you're tying it off because, it's easier on the heart. It's harder on the heart when you have a fistula. It's not really good. But you wasn't saying that before. Now you're telling me this after. So that's something that I have personally learned. I don't know about you. Do you guys know that, the fistula long term is not good for your heart? Comment below, let me know if you knew about that because I surely didn't until it was time for my surgery. I do plan on making a follow-up appointment because I ran right into the doctor's office early and I had them check it out. I wasn't really too much in a rush, but I am gonna go back, probably give it another 30 days just to give it enough time to heal and have them take a look at it, especially if I'm still having pain in the upper body. If I'm still experiencing pain, I'm definitely going to be going in because I want them to actually do an ultrasound to make sure there's no clotting. A lot of people in the group told me to look out for clotting because that's something that can develop after. I don't feel like I'm having any issues at the moment, but I just want to make sure. So I'm going to make an appointment. I'm going to go see my vascular doctor probably within the next 30 days, have them do an ultrasound if they want to or not. I'm still going to have them do it because I take control of my own health. You guys know that. I preach that in all my videos. The doctors are there to guide us, but they're not the end decision maker. We are. So I want the doctor, because I'm paying him, I want him to do an actual ultrasound so we can make sure that there is no issues happening there. So it is a little bit odd not listening to my arm at night and hearing that blood flow, but it's okay. It was creeping me out anyway, so I'm really happy that that part is over. So these next couple of videos, I'm really gonna try to focus on the fistula. I know a lot of people that are coming into the groups and asking about hemodialysis, people who have been wanting to go to the center. I just think it's so important. So I made a previous video on testing your fistula and just knowing how to test it and not wait for your caregiver at dialysis to test it for you. I think it's so important that you know if something is developing early instead of waiting too late. Because a stenosis or anything that happens, you can now notify your doctor instead of your dialysis nurse telling you to go and see someone, because you already know what you're doing because you're watching Chrissy Mack and I'm teaching you all the ins and outs of this life. So if you guys have any questions on the fistula, please let me know. I want to help you guys, especially you guys who are now getting into this. You need to have the support system. I wish I had more support system from someone that was going through hemodialysis, because there's lots of videos on PD because, that's what they push. They want everybody to go over to PD, but there are individuals like myself who chose not to. So I am here to guide you. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, that was my quick little video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my fistula and see how good I'm doing. I'm doing great. So, follow me on Instagram. You guys know I love connecting with you guys at Chrissy Mack. So go ahead, take a moment, look in my bio. I'm gonna leave you guys a link down there so you can connect with me on other social medias. I do love Facebook as well too. But otherwise, I just wanna let you guys know I love and appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.